Ian, I imagine quite a frustrating evening for yourself. Can you just sum up your side's performance this evening?
Yeah, I thought really kind of pleased with the effort, if you like, and their attitude to kind of dig in and kind of show the spirit they did at the back end of the game. But the first half, from the interception, we seemed like we dropped, and it kind of took the energy away from us, that interception, and then we kind of couldn't get back to what we were doing in that first 5 minutes. So I thought the first 5 minutes we were winning kind of the field position, and we were kind of looking pretty good there. We get on the front foot, but then the interception obviously hurt us badly, and then I don't think we completed a set in good ball, probably for about until the last 10 minutes of the game, if you like, and Mark Sneed was just kicking us in behind us and getting repeat sets and building pressure, whereas we weren't able to build any kind of pressure onto them by our own downfall, to be fair, trying to bat stuff on or slinging things in. So yeah, a kind of great kind of effort and desire in terms of the defensive mentality, but in terms of our attack, way off for us today.
You mentioned the set there can have an impact on the game, but
yeah.
What do you put that execution down to something? Because you've obviously got spine players in there that have been in the team for quite a while now. Where does that breakdown come from?
Oh, the attack's been great so far. The interception, I don't know whether he's got lucky or we've just chose the wrong pass on the back end of it, because Nene's got right up in between the two defenders and he's picked it off, which is a credit to Nene on that. He's done a smart play and he's come up with it. If he doesn't come up with it, they're probably having a look at his defensive read on the back end of it, because we're probably scoring down the other end. So yeah, it's one of them 50-50. It's a great read by Nene McDonald and probably poor selection by us.
It must be all the more frustrating, I suppose, in a sense that you were clunky for about 70 minutes after that, but then managed to show what you could do in the last 10 minutes, but left yourself too much to do ultimately.
Yeah, again, we do a little bit better in one of the try situations, and then it's potentially different from there, and that's what we were saying. We probably weren't smart enough in certain areas tonight. I thought from the way kind of Mark Sneed played the game and controlled the game, I thought it was very good, and we needed probably a little bit more of that control, especially once we'd not completed. We had good ball sets. I think we had about 5 in the first half, but didn't complete any of them. And then the one where we get Harry Rushton over the try line, we knock on over the try line as well. So because if we'd have got that one back there at 18-6, the game's slightly different then, and then if that last 10 minutes happens then, well then you probably pinch the game or you sneak the game on the back of it.
It wasn't an ill-tempered game, but Elliot Wallace was given a red card in the second half. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm going to leave that for some match review to have a look at, because I don't think he'll be getting anything from it. So.
But then the way, obviously you've touched on it already about the effort, the way that the boys rallied and almost pulled it out of the fire must give you some building blocks to move forward with.
Yeah, like I say, I can't question the effort and the desire. Some of the boys that are in it busted at the moment. We're a little bit hurt at the moment in terms of players. You look at kind of the amount of players we've got on the sideline, and you look at Sam also playing back row for us today, Harry Rushton playing back row, he's normally in the middle. We normally have Leroy out there in the back row, but who started in the middle of the field. So we've had to do a fair bit of changing. The one thing that's a real positive for us at the moment is we're not having to mess too much with the spine at the moment, which is obviously what hurt us badly last year. But yeah, we've got a few players who are struggling at this moment, should we say? So and there's some players, to be fair, who are putting their hands up to play at the moment, because we've basically got 18, 19 fit players. We've got like 2 of them are out on loan at the moment.
Have you got any fresh bodies to come back in imminently?
Well, hopefully. Esam was a day-to-day, week-to-week kind of thing as well. So I know he's come back in today and played. We'll have to see how he kind of goes. There's a couple of players who are getting closer, but we won't know till this week. At this moment in time, I can't tell you that the squad will be too different from what it is right at the moment, to be fair, until I speak to some more of the kind of physios on that.
And just lastly from me, you're about a third of the way through the season now. What's been your overall assessment of where your team's at?
Yeah, well, if we'd have gone for a start from last week, I'd say really good. If we start the start of this game, we've been all right. The one thing you can get is you can get kind of a misreading of the league table. If you look, we've played Saints twice already. We're going to play Wigan twice next week. We've still not played some teams once yet. That's the one thing I don't like about the loot fixtures, because I don't see why you wouldn't play everybody once and then you start going into your loot fixtures and then everybody once again. So at the moment, the table reads interesting, because some teams have probably played London 2 or 3 times, or Castleford 2 or 3 times potentially, and managed to pick up wins there, whereas for some of the teams they've ended up playing St Helens twice or Wigan twice, and so yeah, to read into it right at this moment in time, I'd say we're in a decent place. We knew we were going to be in a fight with kind of the teams like the Leeds and Salfords and teams like that in and around that playoff spot there. We managed to beat Leeds the other week. Salford we've come up short of this week, to be fair, but there'll be a team that will be in and around that mix.
How was Elliot doing? Because it was quite a difficult night for him up to that point anyway.
Yeah. Again, the play where we open them up and he drops the ball, pretty kind of tough. It's a learning curve for Elliot, mate. Elliot's a young kid, kind of a young winger, kind of coming through, and he's going to learn and he's going to get better, mate. All I can say is the more he plays, the more he'll learn. There was a little bit of a carry where he's come from the kick return and he's carried right down the touchline. Well, Laffey's a smart player and he's got his hips underneath him and he's put him in touch with Dion Cross. But again, that's a learning thing for Elliot Wallace to not try and go and run at somebody one-on-one down a touchline. You come back in there on a kick return and kind of probably look at your three-man, so you don't get pushed in touch. But yeah, there's lots of learnings from it, mate. Some of these are not finished articles. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they're still learning the game.
Is he upset with the red card? Have you spoken to him?
I've just spoke with him. He's actually just had a look at the incident with me in there. Yeah, to say he's upset at it or doesn't think it's the right call it's there for everybody to see, mate. Yeah.
But I think, well, judging by social media, it seems like the video refs had a word in the ref's ear. Do you think there's too much interference there?
Oh yeah, I don't know, because sometimes we're banging on we want the video referee to input. The one at so he's got a clearer view, or he should have, because he's got a lot more angles to look at. Hopefully he has anyway. So you want him to play a part in it, but you also, it's like the Harry Rushton one. If we don't know and we're not sure, send it upstairs and let him look, and then let him make a decision. Don't give no try or try on the field, because we had one here against Hull KR the other week, and the actual video referee overturned the on-field referee, which we've not seen for a long time, but there was no clear evidence it was a try, and you couldn't see no way of that ball coming out, and that changed the game at that point. So I'd just say send it up and let the video referee have a look at it, and then at least he can make a decision by, he's got how many camera angles up there, I don't know, but he's going to have a better look at it than what the actual on-field referee is. If he can't see anything, then send it back down to the referee.
Is it hard to know what the video ref has seen there?
On Harry's? Yeah, I don't know. We've been told it's a try, but
no, sorry, the apparent alleged headbutt.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Both the heads have come together. Yeah. I'll agree with that. Both the heads have come together, but if that's being classed as a headbutt, yeah.